Hey everybody, welcome to WIFH. I'm Sarah, one of our estheticians, and this is Miranda, our other esthetician here.
Hi guys.
And today we're going to be discussing Obagi Nu Derm system. So this system is definitely a staff favorite, and it's one of our best-selling products, kits here at WIFH. And if you're not, excuse me, if you're not familiar with the Obagi brand, let us get you familiar.
Absolutely.
So Obagi is a skincare line, medical grade skincare line. It's the best-selling doctor dispensed skincare line in the entire world. And if you've ever used it, then you understand why, because it absolutely works. And they have within their brand, they have several different systems that address different issues with the skin. So as I said, today we're going to be discussing the Nu Derm system, which is probably their most popular system within the Obagi brand. Nu Derm is considered the gold standard when it comes to treating hyperpigmentation, melasma, signs of aging, acne scars. I mean, you name it, and the system will address it effectively and safely. So as you can see here on the table, there's a whole lot of stuff. And so it looks like a lot. And so for somebody who, we get patients who come in here all the time for skincare consultations, and they're like, I don't know, I don't really do much, but like I want these big results,
right.
And we want to get that for you. But so when we have that patient who doesn't currently use much at home, showing them all this can be like
overwhelming.
Yeah, it looks a little overwhelming. But what we want to explain to everybody today is that it seriously is very simple, and it's really user friendly. And in our experience, like once you're using the products, you see the results super fast, and it motivates you, and it just
delivers.
Yeah, you like look forward to using it. So Miranda, why don't we break down the kit and discuss like the different steps. So Obagi, the geniuses at Obagi have made it very, very easy to use the kit and to use it correctly. And so on each bottle, you'll see that there is a number. And on each bottle, it says AM, PM, or AM and PM. So obviously that means which order you're using the product in and when you're using it.
Absolutely.
So do you want to, let's show them number 1 and number 2. All right, so number 1 is the gentle cleanser. And also let me add that today we're talking and showing you the normal to dry Nu Derm system. There's also a normal to oily kit for obviously those oilier skin types. So there's a couple of differences, and I'll point those out as we go along. So step 1, gentle cleanser. This stuff is amazing and I love it. The normal to oily kit comes with a foaming gel cleanser, which is also awesome. And the reason I love this cleanser is personally not a big fan of gel cleansers usually, but this gel cleanser does not strip your skin, does not dry you out, and it removes all of your makeup impressively. Like even, my Kat Von D liquid tattoo eyeliner.
Absolutely. Our MAC makeup users who know they're not supposed to be wearing MAC makeup 3 days prior to their appointment.
Still do.
We've gone ahead and put this gentle cleanser in each of the treatment rooms so that our patients can also try it out. But like Sarah mentioned, this is a fan favorite. It leaves the skin, there's no dryness to the skin. There's not a stripped feeling to the skin. The skin feels clean. The skin feels prepared for the next step, so that you can really get product efficacy and penetration with the rest of the product line. But as Sarah would agree, I'm sure, a fantastic skincare regimen starts with a proper foundation of a good clean, and the gentle cleanser from Dr. Obagi is a great start.
Yep.
We have our second step, which is the toner. Now, to an esthetician, it makes a lot of sense. You have to restore the skin's pH balance after we've just, some cleansers can maybe over cleanse. So before we step on to our treatment products, we like for you to use the toner, or Dr. Obagi likes for you to use the toner, which is going to restore the skin's pH balance so that it's ready to really take in the next step of step number 3.
And step number 3 is, it's called clear. So step number 3, this is your first real treatment product. So this contains 4% hydroquinone. And why don't we take a moment to discuss hydroquinone?
We should.
So hydroquinone is fantastic for many reasons. It's also, you know, sometimes when we mention hydroquinone, we'll see patients who kind of give us, you know, a face. Yeah. And this is why. So hydroquinone is an ingredient which is FDA approved to lighten and reduce the appearance of brown spots, melasma, discoloration, old acne, scarring. Now, not texture, but, you know, the discoloration. So any discoloration, pigment abnormalities. The reason some people kind of flinch when you mention hydroquinone is because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and there are a lot of myths surrounding the safety and efficacy of hydroquinone. Mm-hmm. And as I mentioned, hydroquinone is an FDA-approved ingredient here in the United States, and when used correctly, it's completely safe. There have been no ever reported cases of any health-related issues, and aside from somebody having an actual allergy to hydroquinone, right, there are no issues. So it's again the gold standard when it comes to treating any discoloration on the skin. You really can't do it without hydroquinone.
Right. Oatmeal's not going to do it. No. Anything natural. I mean, you have your steps of what natural can do, but like anything out there, natural can come here, and then medicine is going to bring it a step up. So with our understanding with the Dr. Obagi system, as hydroquinone is that gold standard for lightening and brightening. Do you want to be on it for an extended period of time? Maybe, maybe not. But it's just going to be like your prescriptions, your average prescription. Let's go with over-the-counter cough syrup. You know, your Ambi cream with the hydroquinone, 2% hydroquinone. You can get that over the counter. Yeah. But if you're going to get a prescription cough syrup, which we know would probably work better, you know, it's going to be dispensed from a doctor, and this is what the Obagi system is, you know, represents. This is a 4% hydroquinone, has to be dispensed by a doctor because it's that prescription strength level of hydroquinone. Mm-hmm. We can get deeper, or, you know, we can get more aggressive with the percentage, but hydroquinone is going to be where you want it.
Yeah, and let me mention that. So as Miranda said, you can get 2% hydroquinone sold over the counter. It's not going to correct your skin. There's a big difference between like brightening and you know, maintaining healthy, even-toned, bright skin. But what these products are doing is they're correcting damaged skin, damage from the sun, aging, what have you. So and yeah, so to hydroquinone sold or dispensed through a doctor's office is always going to be higher strength. We can play around with it more, and as I also mentioned, this is just the first product in the system that has hydroquinone in it. So this is a cream. It's like a lotion, and you put it on, it absorbs immediately. So that's another common question I get is when I'm going over the system with a patient, and they'll say, oh, well, doesn't it feel like you have a lot of stuff on your skin, and can I wear my makeup over this? And oh my gosh, absolutely. It feels like these products feel totally weightless on your skin. And you can absolutely wear your makeup over them. It wears very well. So anyways, this is number 3.
One more point to make about hydroquinone, especially our women of color out there and our generation, or our group of people of color. Listen, it's not going to bleach your skin, okay? That's not what that's going to do. Michael Jackson had vitiligo. That's a skin disease. Hydroquinone is not going to bleach your skin.
Let me show. So look. Okay, let's look at Miranda's arm. Turn your arm like this. So see here. You know, it's a lighter, more even. This does not get over time as much sun exposure as this. So hydroquinone, it will not strip your skin of its natural pigment. So the lightest that hydroquinone, if Miranda were using it on her arm, the lightest it would ever make her skin is this. You know, or maybe some other, you know, lighter parts on your body that have never seen the sun at all. Absolutely. But yeah, it's not going to make her arm like mine.
We're not going to be that light, you guys.
So yeah, it's totally safe and effective when used correctly. And as we mentioned, there's so many myths and so much misinformation.
Right.
And that's another reason why it's
them.
always a really good idea to come into, you know, an office such as WIFH and ask us these questions.
Professional viewpoint. That's what we all need.
Right, because sometimes, like, Sally down the street just doesn't know what she's talking about.
Absolutely.
Sometimes she may, but... All right, everybody, so let's move on to number 4. So number 4 is called Exfoderm. And there's another difference between the normal to dry and the normal to oily kits. So in the normal to dry kit, we have the regular Exfoderm. Normal to oily, we have Exfoderm Forte. So what Exfoderm does is pretty awesome. This whole kit, the products work synergistically with each other to correct those pigment abnormalities. And so what Exfoderm is doing is it's actually another lotion that's exfoliating. So you put it on after number 3, and it's got glycolic acid in it, and it's going to exfoliate the surface of the skin and help to drive that hydroquinone deeper down into the skin to get where it needs to go. So this is exfoliating from the top down. And we'll get to the other part later.
We have a question.
Yes.
Can I use this on my chest and arms, or is it just for the face?
That's a great question. So you can absolutely use this on your chest. You can use it on your arms. You know, it's a much larger area, so obviously you'll go through it faster. You can use it anywhere you'd like. I can't stress enough that these products will make you sun sensitive. So especially, you know, when you're using it somewhere like on your arms, you're in your car, you got to wear sunscreen. Like it's everything.
This is doing opposite of what the sun is doing, you guys. So you want to protect your investment with sunscreen. Of course, we can lighten and brighten until the cows come home. However, you need to protect your investment. And what Sarah is saying is, you know, sunscreen every single day. I mean, you don't have to be weird with it, but, you know, just a nice, if you're using it on your arms, just a nice spray of sunscreen to just help protect before you go out in the daytime.
Right, exactly. You don't have to hide in a cave.
No.
Just take precautions. Sunscreen is only effective for about 2.5 hours, so reapply. But yeah, I mean, we've had patients who have used it on their chest. I mean, this system as a whole works, and it works very well. So wherever you put it, it will work. As long as that area is, you know,
protected.
And this is the appropriate treatment for that area.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, when you're applying all this, face, neck, ears even. All right, so, and as I mentioned, the Exfoderm Forte for the normal to oily kit is going to be a little bit more of an exfoliation, and because, you know, people with oily skin, their skin doesn't exfoliate naturally as well as somebody who doesn't have oily skin. So that's number 4. Oh, and again, you put this on and it absorbs, so you don't have to wait like a minute, 5 minutes between each step. You're just going to the next step. It really just absorbs quickly and it's super easy. All right, so the next step is going to be moisturizer. And the moisturizer that comes in the kit is, I love this moisturizer, and it's also probably one of our best-selling products on its own.
Oh, hold on,
I
Sarah.
grabbed the sunscreen.
I think we forgot number 5.
No, that's at night.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, sorry, we are talking AM.
AM, got it.
Right now. No, but that's so hydrate is it's really, people love it because it's like a weightless moisturizer. It's really lightweight, it's not greasy, it's not heavy, it's not oily, will not break you out. But my God, it really hydrates your skin nicely, and it feels really good. And then the sunscreen that is also included in the kit is Obagi Sun Shield Broad Spectrum SPF 50, and it's a matte sunblock. You also have the option to switch it out for a tinted sunblock that Obagi makes, and it comes in different tones for different skin types, and that's also really, I use it, I love it.
A lot of our ladies who have a a lighter skin tone, even some women of color who have my skin tone, they actually like some of the sunscreens that have tint to them. There's a cool tint and there's a warmer tint, so that it gives a little more diversity fitting the skin types. But,
and it really just evens out your complexion nicely without having to wear makeup. and it protects your skin.
Right.
So, and that's the AM. I mean, it's really, you know, you, well, hopefully are washing your face anyways, and the toner, it feels really good. And then step 3, step 4, which remember, you're not waiting in between these steps, you're just going, and then your moisturizer, sunscreen, which you can apply separately if you'd like, moisturizer, then sunscreen. Or what I do is I put a little bit of both in my hands.
It's a good idea.
Done in one step.
Boom. That's a great idea.
Because these do mix very well together. Some products don't, but so I mean that's pretty doable.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh! So I just realized that I completely forgot to include Elastoderm eye cream. So this is not part of the kit, but it's like an honorary member. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
So, you know, no matter how old you are, you want to be using an eye cream because it's never too soon to start preventing signs of aging. So Elastoderm, this is hands down our best-selling skincare product at WIFH. We go through this eye cream. Comes in a cream version as well as a serum that has a nice roller ball, which I love. But the Obagi eye cream you use twice daily. So this would be like step 2.5. You wash your face, tone your face, apply your eye cream. It's firming, tightening, strengthens this delicate skin around your eyes. I mean, who doesn't want that? All right, so let's move on to PM. PM, we're gonna start same number 1, number 2. Wash your face, tone your face, and then number 3. And remember, people, it says right on the bottle, AM and PM.
And I'd also like to point out that it comes with directions.
Oh yes, totally.
That are also mark AM and PM. But it'll go through just as Sarah is mentioning. There's the daytime steps, and then here is the evening steps that she's going to explain. But this also comes in the pack as well, and
super helpful.
You also have us. So if you need all 3 of us to help get you through the system, we're more than happy to. But they also come with directions.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So also, I don't know if I mentioned, Exfoderm is only used in the morning, and it says AM only on there. So this is only in the morning. So PM, wash your face, tone your face. Number 3, remember, it absorbs immediately. You move on. So this is the fun part too. Okay, so number 5, because remember we're skipping number 4 because that's AM only. So number 5 is always used together with your tretinoin. Now, tretinoin, some people may know it as Retin-A. Retin-A is a brand name. Tretinoin is the actual ingredient. So tretinoin is, you know, in our opinion, everybody should be using some version of it. It is capable of wonderful things. Anti-aging, preventing acne. It's going to keep your skin healthy, bright, skin cells turning over. So as it relates to this kit, plump, it produces collagen. Yay. So you'll see that we have 3 different tretinoin boxes here. Okay, so that's because they come in 3 different strengths. So when you come in and we're talking to you about this system, we're gonna prescribe the appropriate tretinoin strength for your skin. This top one here is awesome. It's one of their newer ones. It's a tretinoin gel, and it is tretinoin 0.05%, which is like the middle of the road strength, and it's combined with hyaluronic acid, which is, picture a sponge, a dry sponge. You get a sponge wet and it just plumps up with that moisture and holds on to that water, and so that's kind of what hyaluronic does to your skin, which is great. You know?
And it's also made naturally in your body. So you know it's not another foreign product you're putting on our skin. Your body naturally makes hyaluronic acid. It's a plumping, water loving molecule, so everybody can always benefit from it.
And as we get older, like all good things, the protection of it slows down. So you want to replenish it. So anyways, this is a really popular product because, you know, tretinoin is exfoliating, and that helps to prevent your skin from getting maybe overly dry when you're using it. So the other strengths we have are the 0.05% cream and the 0.1% tretinoin cream. And again, we will discuss which strength is appropriate for you when you come in. And so with number 5, you combine in your hand equal amounts of number 5 blender and the tretinoin. Combine equal amounts in your hand, mix, mix, mix. apply all over or all over wherever you're applying it. And then I always tell people that so moisturizer is optional. Some people feel like they need moisturizer after this step at night. Some people don't. So honestly, after you put on the number 5 and the tretinoin, I mean, you feel hydrated.
Right.
So I just tell people, if you feel dry, use your moisturizer, especially in the winter. You know, you may be drier than you normally are. But I mean, that's it. That's the PM.
Boom.
So I mean, that's why, like, when we first started out, we said, when you first look at all this, it's intimidating. But when you break it down, it's really doable. So let's go over some of our tips. So I always prefer that when somebody's...
Quick question.
Yes.
Can you expect to have some irritation with this product line, or what's kind of the curve on that?
Yes. So, okay, so if you follow the instructions included from Obagi, they recommend that you use everything every day from day 1. I think they do say in here that you can use the tretinoin like every other night initially. What we always recommend for people is when you're first starting out on this, whether you've been using tretinoin for years and years or not, when you first start out, we want you to use the number 5 and the tretinoin together only 3 times a week. Okay, so you want to let your skin acclimate. So use it 3 times a week for like 2 weeks, and then increase it to every other night, another 2 weeks.
Right.
If you have no irritation, no dryness whatsoever, then you can kind of speed that process along. But the reason that we recommend that is because, yeah, it's very likely that you are going to get really dry, irritated, you know, just it's not necessary to go through that unpleasant phase. So
Right.
you can just completely avoid it and bypass it by letting your skin adjust and acclimate and starting slowly. But you do eventually want to work your way up to using the tretinoin and the blender every night.
Right. I think in the beginning, when the system may have been first introduced to the market, they were giving away maybe the 0.1 cream. So they're giving everybody the, you know, the highest percentage of this and the highest percentage of that. And if you're using it every day, yes, you're probably going to get irritation. So like Sarah mentioned, you do want to, you know, work with your tretinoin and work with your skin to see how, you know, it responds. But now Dr. Obagi has done a great job of offering the different strengths and the different types of tretinoin. So we really have less of an instance where that irritation happens.
Right. And, you know, I mentioned earlier that the Exfoderm, the number 4, that's exfoliating from the surface down. And what I also want to point out is that the tretinoin and the blender, that's exfoliating your skin from below the surface up. So that's what I mean when I'm saying this system, it works synergistically with each other to really address those pigment issues. There's nothing else that can touch that discoloration like this system can, because what you see on the surface of your skin is just the beginning, sadly. You know, especially when it comes to sun damage, like there's a whole lot more lurking underneath the surface, and it will come out one day, but this system does a really great job at not only clearing what's visible, but also bringing out what has not yet become visible, and it won't later.
Right, exactly. Basically.
So aside from those pigment abnormalities, this system is also, it's going to completely transform the texture, the tone of your skin. So let's say, you know, signs of aging, fine lines, wrinkles, with especially somebody with significant sun damage is going to have thin skin. This thickens your skin. This will help to, it'll create a ton of collagen in your skin. It will smooth it out. It's kind of remarkable.
Like a workout for your skin.
Exactly.
Definitely strengthening the skin, making that thickness there so that you can, you know, you do other treatments such as maybe a hydrofacial, microdermabrasion, peels, if and when it comes into your, you know, skincare forecast there. But this is definitely helping to strengthen the skin to be able to
because
take
if
on
your
that.
skin isn't healthy, it doesn't heal properly. So let's say somebody wants to do an IPL, somebody wants to do a CO2 laser. Depending on the state of your skin, we're gonna say, oh, that's really not a good option for you right now because your skin is too thin. It's just not healthy enough to heal exactly how we want it to heal, or microneedling. You know, these are all treatments that are making little, you know, injuries to the skin,
right,
depending on it to heal in a very specific way.
Right.
So we'll recommend somebody to use this system just on its own, or oftentimes we have somebody prep their skin for another treatment by using the system. And this full size, it comes in 2 sizes. This is the full size system, and you are supposed to use it for about 18 to 24 weeks. You see a huge difference and improvement in your skin after like 4 weeks.
Yeah, after a month.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's pretty crazy.
Consistent use, but after
yes.
a month. Yep.
And the other size is a smaller travel size kit, and each product bottle size is smaller. And
because this is not TSA friendly. So
no.
This through TSA, that is 6.7 fluid ounces.
Yep.
So travel size.
Yeah. So this full size kit will last you about 5 to 6 months, and the travel size, I believe, will last you like 3 months, maybe 4 months. And these products are also all sold individually because let's say once you use the whole kit, and most people, you know, will usually if you're using the right amount, you're not going to run out of product.
Right.
But if you do, and once you're done with the kit, a lot of people will stay with the cleanser, the toner, the moisturizer, sunscreen, whatever, and you can buy these products individually. And also, in each of the kits, you get this really kind of great cosmetic bag, which all of the products fit nicely into.
That's with the full size kit?
Yes.
It's with both, actually. This, you know, the bag may be smaller in the travel kit, but there is a bag in both size kits. And the tretinoin, it does not come in the kit, but again, like we went over, there are different strengths. So that's the reason it is part of the kit. And actually, let's talk about why. Sometimes people will say, oh, I just want to use number 3, the hydroquinone. And yeah, I mean, that's, I like your, you know, the whole cake, the recipe. So.
Oh yes, the shout out to the Obagi trainers, because they made a great reference to imagine your favorite chocolate cake, right? Your favorite chocolate cake, we'll go with your mom's chocolate cake. She has a specific recipe your mom follows to get that result. Same thing that's going on here, right? They have specific steps, as Sarah mentioned, these work synergistically so that we can give you the result of transformed skin and even skin tone. You can't cherry pick this. You can't use your exfoliating Exforte or whatever with your Neutrogena cleanser, you know, and skip out on something else. This all needs to work as a team together to get you to the goal.
Yeah, you can't use like some random like faux flour from the dollar store to make your mom's award-winning chocolate cake and expect that same award-winning chocolate cake. Or like, I don't know. I mean, something else. Just you follow the recipe if you want those results. So, I mean, that really applies to this. So this does take first of all, a few things. It takes a level of commitment for the user, because you have to commit to using it as instructed twice a day for the length of time that you're supposed to use it to get those results. But I think I said this when we first started with the video today. In our experience, you start using this and you're like, oh my God, my skin looks amazing. And so it totally motivates you to continue using it. So it takes a level of commitment and what else?
Commitment. That's really good, you guys. Like, you only come and see us probably once a month for a treatment, once every 3 weeks, right? What you're doing at home is very, very important. We can tell you, you know, we can tell you 5 or 6 times, you know, or, well, are you using your kit? Well, are you using your kit? I'm just not seeing this. I'm just not seeing that. Well, are you following your steps? Because, you know, they do a very great job of explaining how to, you know, apply. And so if you know, we've seen the results. They have great before and after pictures. That's, you know, this system. So it just takes that commitment.
You know, I don't think I mentioned, Obagi has done, I believe, 12 or 14 clinical trials on just the Nu Derm system alone. And so there is just an overwhelming amount of data backing up the success that can be had with the Nu Derm system. And also this month in December, we are offering a special where when you purchase a full-size Obagi Nu Derm kit, you get your tretinoin for free.
Start the new year right. New skin, new you. That is great.
So the value of that, depending on the strength of the tretinoin, the cost, I believe, is anywhere between like $91 and $105.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good deal. And the full-size kit, I believe, costs about $453. And I apologize for not knowing the exact dollar amount, but don't hesitate to call or email, and we will totally answer your question right away with that price if you're interested. So, so that cost is for the products that you're going to use for the next 5 to 6, 18 to 24 weeks. So that's also a really good deal.
Right.
And Obagi has an awesome rewards system too, where if you're familiar with Brilliant Distinctions, it's kind of similar where you earn points for your Obagi purchases, which then will get you free product.
More savings for you.
Yeah, we have a patient who got like a hat, which is pretty cool.
We'll go with
kind
it.
of chic. She wore it after her microneedling treatment
Sun
to avoid
protection.
sun exposure.
Sun protection.
So yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything that we've gone over, please give us a call, email. We would love to hear from you. And remember, we have a deal going on for the rest of the month. Purchase your full-size Obagi Nu Derm system, get your tretinoin for free. And thank you so much for watching today. And Miranda and I will be back again sometime soon. All right, bye everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.